Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
54. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Lions 1st down.
Take! Lady! Mike is 59! Mike is 59! He's alert!
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 22! 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Zero. 54.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Blue 60! 59! Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Drill right, 22!
From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. 20! And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
at their own 25-yard line.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down, Lions.
Blue 60. Mike is 59. Hey. 59. This is one. Zebra. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, echo. Mike, check. 59. Ready? Mike's back.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Carl Joseph, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 15 now, Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Carr trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's James. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Watch the slant.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run. Look at him.
On 1st and 10, Stafford steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
53, ready. 59.
Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We got double up. 694.
Now Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We're good. You want anything?
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
44-yard line.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the Lions' 42-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you. Mike 51.
And off comes to Martin. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like love.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
93.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
3rd and 4.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And he locates Luke Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Operating from the gun. Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Here's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB 50-50. 59. Mike 50.
Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stafford now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Robert Kimdichie gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Carr to throw. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Express. 93.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. We own them. We own
them.
From the gun, it's Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 5.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22. Carr now to throw. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
185. Check 42's the mic. Rabbit. Check 37. Check 37. 808.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
I got 11. Alert! Jim, hey, easy. 40 got. You draw Corker. Ricky. Deuce. Check 3. 50. Hey. Big 20. Hey, Zoo.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will get them one closer. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Carr. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Watch safety screen. Watch double right. Safety screen.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Break the set. 250. 54 Mike. Right here, right here. '54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey. Man, I got you. Monday. Hey, go here.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Hey, easy.
To throw is Stafford. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Omaha, remove.
Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
53, ready.
On 2nd down now. It's Anderson, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 180. I'm here all day. Double time. 4 down. Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, 22.
Now it's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. Blue 60. Check. Hey. Let's go. Stay 50. Let's go. You tighten up. Check 59. Hey, Foxtrot. 59.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
This is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
On 2nd and 10, Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Down. 185. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Down. 180. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Back to throw. Carr. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final try now for Carr. Looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Detroit, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5.